Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to see what are pronouns. What are pronouns? A pronoun is substitutes or replaces a noun in a sentence. A pronoun is used to avoid repeating the same sentence same noun in a sentence again and again. Take for example, Manju is a smart girl, and Manju is replaced by the pronoun she goes to school along with her friends and they enjoy learning in school. So here she, her, they, these are some of the pronouns. There are different types of pronouns in English language, each serve for different purpose. Some of the pronouns are he, she, it, I, we, you, they. Okay. The first one is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun refers to a specific person or thing. It substitutes the name of a specific person, number, gender, or case. There are three types of personal pronouns. They are subjective, objective, and possessive. Let's go and check them one by one. The subjective personal pronoun act as the subject of a sentence. They always come in the beginning of the sentence. Take, for example, I, you, she, he, it, I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Okay, they always replaces the subject in a sentence or the doer of the action in a sentence. Okay, take for example, I walked directly to the park. Okay, I walked directly to the party. Here I or me, so I is the subjective pronoun, so we should have I, we should omit me here. And you annoyed her or yours annoyed her, obviously you is the answer. Kavita and I made the mistake. Okay, so here it should not be I. Yeah, I and Kavita made the mistakes because it is whenever you talk about negative things, you will have to place yourself first. But when you talk about a positive thing, you will have to give the credit to others first. Take for example, Kavita and I won the game. Manju and me had forgotten. Okay, which is the right one? Manju and I is the right one. So you should not say me here, you should say I. Manju and I had forgotten. We or us, which is the right one? We know you were just behind. Okay, next one. Objective pronoun. They act as the object of a sentence. What is the object in a sentence? Object is the one who receives the action in a sentence. What are the objective personal pronouns? Me, you, her, him, it, us, them. These are the objective pronouns. The, look at the examples. The police officer told my brother and I, or my brother and me, to slow down. The officer told my brother and me to slow down because you are a receiver of the action, receiving the police officer's saying. He pointed out to the pedestrians and said to be careful of them, or they, careful of them, because them is the objective personal pronoun. The police officer said there are a lot of speedy motorists like us, or we. Like us is the right answer. We is a subjective personal pronoun. Next one is possessive personal pronoun. They define the relationship between or the ownership of an object and the owner. Take for example, mine, yours, hers, his, its is the some of the possessive pronouns. Is this book yours or his? This is yours or his is the right answer. It can be rephrased with the possessive adjectives as well. For example, is this your book or his book? So we say your book. So your is a possessive adjective and his is a possessive adjective in the next sentence. But here, is this book yours or his? So after, you must have observed that after possessive personal pronouns, we don't have any noun. If you use noun, it becomes a wrong way of using it. Okay, it becomes a wrong usage. Next one, all the books are mine, or you can say these book all these are my books, or you can say all the books are mine. Nobody's house has as many books as theirs, or not even yours. Next one is demonstrative pronoun. So this and these refers the things which are nearby. Okay, but that and those refer to the things which are far away from the speaker. So these demonstrative pronouns point out or identify a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Look at the next one. This and that is used for singular one. These and those are used for plural ones. This is the dress that I will wear tomorrow. This is the dress I will wear tomorrow. So this is one in numbers, and this object is very near to the speaker. So he or she says that this is the dress that I will wear tomorrow. That is the one that I wore yesterday. We have to go for that because here it is a singular verb. So we are going for that. Is the one I wore yesterday. Okay. Next one. That is not true. When you talk about a concept or idea that happened in the past, you go for that. Okay. Please pray for those or these who are injured. Okay. Please for those who are injured. Next one, interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. They replace a noun or the subjective person in the sentence. Take for example, subject in a sentence. Who and whom replaces people, which replaces things, and who acts as the subject, whom acts as the object or receiver in a sentence. Take for example, which is the best restaurant? When do you use which? Which is used when you have multiple choices. For example, you are in a city and you have so many options there. So you're going for, you use which is the best restaurant. What did he tell you? Whom should we invite? Here, whom, the person whom are invited, they are the receiver. So we ask whom should we invite. Next one is indefinite pronouns. What are these indefinite pronouns? They are identifiable but not specific about a person or thing. There are a lot of indefinite pronouns. Some of them are used only for singular, some of them are used for plural, and some of them are used for both singular and plural. Anybody, anything, anyone, everybody, everything, everyone, nobody, none, nothing. Another, either, much, neither, one, or other. So these are all singular in number. Sorry, singular pronouns. Okay, so after this, we use only singular verb. Both, few, many, others, several. These are all plural verbs. And all, any, more, most, none, some. According to the subject and context, it takes the verb. Look at the some of the examples given here. Everybody needs his or her pencil. Everybody needs his or her pencil. Here it is singular. Okay, everybody is a singular pronoun, so it takes singular verb. His or her pencil, because we don't know whether it is a boy or a girl. So everybody needs his or her pencil. Many will need their tablets. Many will need their tablets. Many is a plural pronoun, so it takes plural verb. So here it is not shown, it takes plural objective pronoun. Each of the student is missing his or her homework. So each is a singular pronoun. Those students is plural in number. Look at the pronoun used here, each of the student. So it refers each one of the individual. So it takes singular verb. And his or her, as it is singular, it has to be his or her. We cannot use any plural pronoun here. So we go for his or her homework. Many of the students are missing their homework. All of the cake is missing its froth. Here, when you say all of the cake, if it is many cakes, you must have said all of the cakes, but you are talking about the amount, total amount of the cake in a particular cake, okay, on a particular piece. So all of the cake is missing its froth. When you go for the entire amount in a cake, then you say, then it takes singular verb, okay. All of the cake slices are missing its frosting, okay. When you say all of the cake slices missing its frosting, it is plural in number, so it takes plural verb. All of the students are missing their notebook, so here it to relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are used to link a phrase or a clause. Who, whom, that, which, these are relative pronouns. In these, who, whom, which, they also serve as interrogative pronouns. But what is the difference between these interrogative pronouns and relative pronouns? Interrogative pronouns, they come at the beginning of the sentence, but relative pronouns, they come in the middle of the sentence, and they are used to connect a phrase or a clause in a sentence. Take for example, we don't know the person who donated this money. Okay, here it connects the previous part with the next part. Take for example, we don't know the person. Okay, this is the first phrase. Donated this money is the second phrase. So here, who connects? We don't know the person who donated this money. Okay, who is used to refer people. So here it refers the person. He went to the school that my father went to. So it connects the previous part and the next part, and here that refers the school. My parents, whom we interviewed, the parents whom we interviewed were all involved in education in some way. Oh, here you can use either whom or that. So that is used in spoken English most of the times. The relative pronouns are whoever, whomever, whichever, are also commonly used. Take for example, whoever comes to the college will get the certificate. Whomever received the prize can leave the hall now. Whichever question you want to ask, you can ask. Okay, these are some of the relative pronouns. Okay. Reflexive pronouns. Okay, what are these reflexive pronouns? They are used when the subject or the object of a verb are the same. Okay, take for example, myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. These are some of the reflexive pronouns, and when they are used, when the subject, the doer of the sentence, performs the action o- on himself or herself. Take for example, she baked a cake for herself. Okay, so this is okay. Take for example, she hurt herself. Okay, she is the doer and hurt is the action. Herself, who is the receiver of the action? Herself. So she hurt herself. The action is done by the same person and received by the same person. So this is called reflexive pronoun. The act reflects back on the same person. Okay, she looked into the mirror. Whom did she see in the mirror? She looked herself in the mirror. Okay, she is the doer and looking is the action. Whom is looked? Herself. Is looked. Okay, the receiver of the action is same. She looked herself. Okay, they they removed themselves from the sheet. Okay, they removed themselves from the name list. Okay, here they is the doer and removed is the action. Removed whom? Themselves. The action falls reflects on them. So this is why it is called reflexive pronoun. And something called when we give emphasis. Okay, take for example, we can add a reflexive pronoun. We can use reflexive pronouns when the action is emphasized, when it is unusual or different. Take for example, she baked a cake for herself. Okay, here she is doing the action for herself. So here we are using the reflexive pronoun. We decided to eat it ourselves. Okay, we decided to eat it ourselves. So everything, the entire thing is done by themselves. So here we use reflexive pronoun. And look at the examples given here. He wants to pass his driving test so that he can drive himself to work. Okay, so that he can drive him to work or himself to work. Himself to work because he wants to learn something, and it is emphasized here because he wants to drive himself to the work. She broke her arm, so she couldn't wash herself very easily. So these are the examples given for reflexive pronouns. If you have any doubt regarding pronouns, you can come back to me. Thank you so much.